Alright, hi. This is MediaQ, our project. So you can see that you have two options when you start the app. You have create a queue or join a queue. So let's create one. I'm gonna put in my name for display name. Okay, so the app gives you a queue ID that you can later distribute to your friends. But for now, let's just stay in our own queue. We have an empty queue here, so let's add some media. Right now it's hooked up to YouTube, but later on we can hook it up to other media sources like Spotify, SoundCloud, etc. So let's say I wanted to watch an ASDF video. I want to add that to my queue. Okay, so you can see we can play the video. Yep, so the video's playing. We can change the volume like that, pause, play, etc. Okay, so it works. So now
add another video.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Add more videos. Say I want to learn a little bit today. So let's say you're currently watching this video. I want to skip to the next video. Hit the next video button.
And the pause play button is responsive, so you can see.
Yep. And now let's start doing things that are a little bit more complex.
Wait, try clicking on the YouTube video. See how the button responds to the YouTube video.
Yep. Okay, so now let's try a more complex example. So let's bring to a little smaller here. Okay, so now let's go to, let's say, a friend screen. We're gonna give it the display name of
That's me.
And we give it the QID from here. Let's copy it over. Okay. And now let's say that Abdul adds another video.
Linear Algebra 101.
Okay. This MIT lecture right here. You can see that it got added on both screens. So we can test.
Because they're in the same queue.
Exactly. So we can test and play over here. Yep, and you can see that it all works. Okay, but now let's say a third person joins the queue. One of my roommates this time around. Add a QID here. Now let's say he adds a playlist. Over here we have this playlist. It's a bunch of React.js tutorials. Okay. So
click the import playlist button.
Yep. You can see that the playlist was imported.
It's so responsive.
Yep. Okay. Now, let's say that Max leaves the queue. So you can see that every tab has its own user list here. So Max, let's say Max logs out. Okay, you can see that Max was removed from the queue for both people. And let's say Max wanted to rejoin. There we go. He's back. He has his queue. Everyone sees that Max has rejoined.
So one of our goals in this project was to not have any kind of password.
Yep.
So it's all based on just display names that are temporary, disposable, and same goes with queues. So that's why we also have a feature called duplicate queue, which when one user clicks duplicate queue, so try clicking that. So what it does is it creates a whole different queue that has the same videos. So now if Max, that just duplicated his queue, he's in a completely different room than Parth and Abdul. So as Max, try adding a new video.
Let's say I wanted to learn about geology. You can see that it got added at the end of this queue,
but no,
RTI queue. But over here,
it's not there.
Yep.
Because they're in a different room. So scroll to the top. So Abdul and Parth are in queue. I can't read.
YFBE.
Yeah, and Max is in queue
RTIQ.
Yeah. So there's two different queues. They can't touch each other. They can't see each other. So as soon as Max clicked that duplicate queue button, it duplicated the queue to another.
Yep.
To another. It duplicated the whole media to another new queue.
Yep. And so over here, you can see that we list the title, the author, album, source. But if you wanted more information, we have this little information button. It'll pop down the thumbnail, the title, the description, who added it. So you can see that this video was added by Abdul. If we come here to this duplicated queue, we can see that, yep, this is added by me, since we added it over here as the first video. And the last video that Max added over here, we'll say added by Max.
So even though you duplicated the queue, it still shows the original authors that kept adding the videos and worked hard on creating that queue.
Exactly. And there's a lot of applications to this, but actually we forgot to show one of the most important things. Let's say you're watching this video. Ow. Okay, so it automatically goes to the next video. And so there's a lot of applications for this. You can, for example, queue up your music, or you can queue up a bunch of, let's say, learning tutorials. It's just,
currently I have it hooked up to my YouTube playlist, or I combined 4 or 5 of my YouTube playlists, and I just click on the shuffle button. Oh yeah, we haven't showed that. So there's at the bottom there's a shuffle button, and I just keep playing my music, and as soon as the song ends, it randomly goes to another song.
So that was me just
So-
rambling.
Yeah, skip to the end of this
Please share
video.
them in the comment section.
Okay, so you can see it skipped all the way down to 19 here. But yeah, so later on, so the goal of this project was the fact that we started it because some of us wanted to play videos from YouTube, some of us wanted to play videos from Spotify, and so on and so forth. But we were all connected to our own different speakers, and we all wanted to play through the main speakers. So we created this MediaQ so that we can queue songs through the same speakers.
So, for example, right now in the living room, we could hook up a Pi to the TV and have it open on a queue, and any 4 of us living here can hook up to this or can join the queue, add a song, and it'll be on that Pi's media queue.
Exactly. And in the future, we're planning to add more modes, more permissions, things like having controller mode so that you can control other people's queues. So if the Pi was there, we can control the Pi as to where it is in the queue and things like that. Or if you want to kick someone out, if you're an admin, etc. But yeah, so
wait, and click on the YouTube icon. So if you click on the YouTube icon,
ASDF all episodes. Yep.
Yeah, just click on it. It just opens the actual video on YouTube if you want to see that. If you want to look at the comments or the channel or anything like that.
Yep.
So let's go back. And yep.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
Yep. So that's that. It's hosted right now on MediaQ.parthrussia.com. We host it through Google Cloud. And yep. Thanks.